In this video, I'm reviewing Malfy con Limone Gin, and we've got 12 different tonic waters, some plain, some flavoured, and we're going to be seeing which tonic water works best with this gin. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Steve the Barman. I've been a cocktail bartender for 22 years. Absolutely love my spirits, but more importantly, gin. Absolutely love gin, and that's what these videos are all about. The question I get asked all the time is, Steve, what tonic water goes with this gin? These videos help to answer that question because every video I do, we take a different gin every time and we try and match it with 12 different tonic waters to see which works best. Sometimes we've got just plain tonic waters, sometimes we're very heavy on the flavours. So it's all an experiment to see which tonic works best with what gin. I roll videos out 3 times a week. Every Wednesday and every Sunday we're doing these gin reviews, sometimes mixed in with some interviews from distillers and brand ambassadors. And then on Fridays I upload simple gin cocktails, Ginspiration. How do you like that? Ginspiration, simple 2, 3, 4 ingredient drinks that you guys, for those of you that don't really like tonic water, can simply go out and buy all the ingredients on your high streets, in your supermarkets, and make those drinks up for yourself. So if you like the sound of that, give me a thumbs up, let me know that you're watching, and drop me a line in the comments below as well. Let me know what your favourite gin and tonic combination is, or let me know any new gins that you've just tried, and we'll get them on this channel as well, especially if you're not sure which tonic water works best with it. So let's get into today's video. As I say, excuse my Italian, but this is Malfy con Limone Gin. As you might have guessed, it's a lemon flavoured gin from Italy, and it's a proper 41% gin. You can pick this up for about 26, 27, 28 pounds a bottle, and I'll drop links in the show notes in the write-up of where you can get it from. So the actual distillery, the actual Malfy distillery, is based in Turin in the northeast of Italy. It's very well known for its vermouth producing territory. The Martini stems from there, Cinzano stems from there as well. So it's got a very healthy history of distilling spirits out up there. The Malfy distillery has been owned since 1992, I do believe. But this gin, Malfy, especially the lemon variant, has got launched in April 2016 in the UK. Now this is a very big global brand. What originally started off as a small batch, small producing gin distillery done in small batches, has grown to fill the global market. They are a huge distillery now, and this gin is shipped out all over the world. But as I say, it's a relatively new player in the UK gin market. Now the botanicals that go into making this gin, obviously we've got a very big lemon element going on here. Out of all the lemons that go into making this gin, 20% of them come from the Amalfi Coast, and the other 80% come from Sicily. Those lemons are then macerated or steeped in a wheat-based alcohol, and all that extracts all the lovely big bold lemon flavours out of the fruit. Then that liquid then gets pressed, so we've got a heavily condensed, that's not the word I'm looking for, heavily concentrated liquid that then gets distilled with the main botanicals. Now we've got Tuscan juniper, renowned in the gin world for some of the best juniper that you can put into your gin. So we've got Tuscan juniper, we've got coriander, we've got cassia, we've got licorice, we've got grapefruit peel, and we've got orange peel. So a very big fruity Mediterranean element going into this gin. Now when you go to, let's pop it open. I love the bottle design as well. Very simplistic, very elegant, very bold. I like my big bold, whether it's fonts, whether it's colours, anything like that. I love a big bold, but I like the finishing touches as well. Look at that. We've got a blue cork, which works exceptionally well. I just think the branding is spot on with this gin. But immediately as you smell it, as you'll take the cork out, you get the very strong aromas of I use a lot on the bars that I do, but limoncello, I can really smell sort of limoncello going on there. But again, we've got a big juniper element going on there. So let's get on and taste some of this gin, because that's what we want to do. I've got my big gin balloon. Again, I'll put links in the show notes of where you can get some lovely gin balloons from. And I've got my nice Nice big 5cm ice cube. I love these. These always get loads of comments when I'm doing events. Love these. I use 2 big ice cubes in gin and tonics when I'm doing events, and they're amazing. And all I've got is I've got quite a few of these sitting in my freezer. These are about £6 or £7 on Amazon. I'll put links to those in the show notes as well. So get yourself some 5cm ice cubes because they're brilliant for gin and tonics. Anyway, let's crack on and try some. Got a nice big healthy glug of gin going in there. Now this is how I want you to taste your gins when you're going out in pubs and bars. I want you to taste them before the bartender puts the tonic water in, because that's when you get the real flavours of the gin and know whether you're going to like it or not. You need a bit of ice in there for the dilution as well, because every spirit you get all the tastes and the aromas when you mix it with water or tonic or anything like that. So we've got the ice going in there. Give it a swirl. Again, smelling just lemon, almost, what am I thinking? Almost sherbet. Yeah, that's what it is. Kind of sherbet limoncello going on there, but that smells really nice. Oh, that is beautiful. Absolutely lovely. I wouldn't replace it with limoncello. Limoncello's got a lot of sugar in it. Obviously, it's a liqueur, which brings even more flavour out of the lemon. But as a gin, it's not as citrusy as you might think, to be honest. Yes, there is a big bold lemon flavour there, but from the smell you'd expect it to be really kind of sticky lemony liqueur, but it's really not. It's a proper gin with a hint of lemon going on. I really like that. Oh, that is gorgeous. Right, let's get on and taste it. So let's put that to one side. Now, as I do in all my videos, especially the gin tasting ones, we've got in each one of these, we've got 5ml of gin, and we've mixed it with 15ml of tonic water. So a 1:3 ratio. That's how I enjoy my gin and tonics. I'm not quite 1:2. I do like my gin and tonics 1:3. Certainly, and I go on to a rant on this every single time. If you go out to a pub or bar and you ask for a single gin and tonic, or even a double gin and tonic, but if you ask for a single and the bartender puts the whole bottle of gin in, that's a 1:8 ratio. 25ml of gin mixed with 200ml of tonic, that's 1:8. It's just drowning the flavour of your gin. So that's why I want you to taste the gin first and then take the bottle with you, because I personally get at least 2 gin and tonics out of one of these bottles at least. So as I say, we've got 5ml of gin in there, we've got 15ml of tonic water, and then a solid ice cube going in there, because that's how you drink a gin and tonic. So it's not, as we're finding out doing all these videos, what works, what tonic waters work with some gins don't always work with other gins. Fever Tree has been working amazingly well with some. Schweppes has been working amazingly well with others. We've also got Franklin's and Sons here as well. You'll have noticed I've narrowed down the brands that I use as well, because I was getting some comments that people are finding it really, really hard to get hold of some of the tonic waters. So I'm concentrating on the really, probably the big 4. We will have Double Dutch in there from time to time as well, because you can get those in Ocado. But I'm a big fan of Fever Tree, big fan of Schweppes 1783. Absolutely love Franklin's and Sons new tonics. We can see these up here for those that can't see. Elderflower and Cucumber, Pink Grapefruit and Bergamot. We've got that today down there. Rosemary and Black Olive, which is lovely. And Rhubarb and Hibiscus. So I can't wait to try those. As I say, we've just opened that today, the Pink Grapefruit one. Some lovely tonics. So they're the brands that I'm concentrating on. And again, there are links in the show notes of where you can pick these tonic waters up. Some will obviously be in your supermarkets. Some you'll have to mail order, but they are lovely. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's waste no more time. So the first one is Fever Tree. Normal Fever Tree. That's lovely. I would quite happily serve that up all day long. Really nice. The lemon, the quinine really complements the lemon really well in that, and I still get a nice citrusy gin and tonic. This is Schweppes Premium 1783. Ooh, now These have been open the same amount of time. I've got a lot more bubbles straight away in the Schweppes. Schweppes is known for keeping its bubbles the longest, so you've got a nice fizzy gin and tonic. For me, I get more citrusy with the Fever Tree than I do with that. Still absolutely lovely. More of a classic gin and tonic, that one. More citrusy, that one. So normal Schweppes has been around for donkey's years. Oh, that's a very easy drinking gin and tonic, that is. No messing around with that one. Just a really nice citrus gin and tonic. Really like that. Next one up, Franklin's and Sons. Again, I haven't really featured them too much, but I'm so excited about these that I've kind of forgotten about their normal tonic water, because it's just another normal tonic water. We're finding that it's really not, but I'm so excited to use these. I wanted to use their normal one quite a lot as well. So Franklin's and Sons. Wow, again, really nice, clean, proper gin and tonic. That's really interesting. So for me, actually that's, I was going to say that's in second place. For me it's not, it's different. As I say, with Fever Tree, I've got a really nice citrus gin and tonic. For some reason, the tonic water really brings out the citrus in the gin, and these don't. This, you get a very nice, clean gin and tonic. Really nice, really crisp, really refreshing. That's really nice. Right, this is Schweppes 1783 Light. Now, as I said last time out, the reason why I feature that as a light and no others is because 1783 is a different flavour. It's got a very subtle hint of grapefruit going on in their light tonic. So they've created a different flavoured light tonic water to their normal, whereas the others are kind of very similar, just the sugar content stripped away. So this is 1783 Light. That's probably the most bitter out of all those gin and tonics. Out of those 5, that's the most bitter so far. I'm not sure, perhaps it's the lack of sugar. I'm not sure I could personally have that as a gin and tonic. Some of you that haven't got kind of a sweeter tooth might really enjoy that. The flavour is lovely. I just miss a tiny bit of sweetness. That's all for me. Right, Fever Tree Mediterranean. Now this should work quite well. We've got a Mediterranean, all the flavours, really enhanced Mediterranean gins. We'll see. Actually, this time out, I prefer that as a normal gin and tonic. No flavours. It's a very nice drink, and I would quite happily drink that. I would quite happily have that in a pub or a bar, sitting beside the sea. I'll quite happily have that. I think if they're the purists and really want a clean, crisp gin and tonic, I think people are going to be more impressed by 1783. If you like a bit of citrus in your gin and tonic without the garnish adding the flavour, then I think you're going to be more impressed with normal Fever Tree than Mediterranean. However, that is a drink. It's lovely. So for me, out of those 6, the only one I personally wouldn't drink is the 1783 Light. And as I've said, that's purely because I think I need a tiny bit of sugar and a bit of sweetness in my drinks. I think that's all it is. All of those I would quite happily serve all day long. Really good, versatile gin. So let's move over to the flavours. First up, we've got Fentiman's Pink Grapefruit. So grapefruit and lemon, we shall see. No. No. I said that, I really like that tonic water, but I said that the last time I used it as well. Wasn't a huge fan. That just doesn't work. Right, this is Franklin's and Sons Peak Grapefruit and Bergamot. So we shall see. I'm really excited about trying these, especially the rhubarb. The rhubarb and hibiscus. That's gonna. Oh, I can't wait to try that. I'm not quite sure what with yet. We'll work that out. Need to be planning that. Anyway, let's crack on. Pink Grapefruit and Bergamot. That grapefruit flavour is a million miles away from Fentimans. Can't explain it. It's almost like it's a proper tonic water, not that that's not, but a proper tonic water with a subtle hint of grape. And I think, as far as messing around with flavours, I think I prefer that to the Mediterranean one as well. That's really nice. Third up, we've got Fever Tree Elderflower. Elderflower and lemon, that's a good combination. So we'll see what this tastes like. Again, lovely drink. The lemon is fighting against the elderflower there for me. I probably wouldn't serve that. I don't think that complements each other. Some people will like it. Some people will really like it. For me, no, I wouldn't serve that. Next one up is Franklin's and Sons. Now this is their Elderflower and Cucumber. Again, not quite sure why I've picked these. The elderflower with lemon. Just something in it. I think elderflower normally works quite well with lemon, so we'll see. Wow. Actually, I get the cucumber actually comes well with that. That's a very crisp gin and tonic as well. These Franklin's and Sons are so different in taste to the Fever Tree and the Fentimans. They are. I don't know how else to describe them. They are proper tonic waters with just a subtle hint as opposed to a flavoured tonic water. I don't know if that sounds bonkers or crazy, but that's how I'm explaining it. They're proper with a subtle hint as opposed to flavoured. All the pros, all the experts are going to come at me and laugh at me now. Who cares? That's how I'm explaining it. Anyway, does it work? I'd give it about a 6 or 7 out of 10. I could drink that. That's quite nice. Right. Ginger ale. Fever Tree ginger ale. I had to look there. I couldn't remember whether I got the 1783 ginger ale out. I'm using both. I can't work out which one I prefer at the moment. But this is Fever Tree ginger ale. Lemon and ginger. It's quite a good combination. Does it work? Yes, it does. Ooh, that's really nice. That is lovely. Oh, right. Whenever I'm doing gin and tonic bars and the ginger ale comes out, normally it's rhubarb, Warner Edwards rhubarb. I would quite happily serve that ginger with this. Quite happily. Lemon and ginger works really well. I will taste test it. I should have done it. I should have got rid of the lemon. I will taste test this against the 1783. We shall see. We shall see. I'll let you know. Stay tuned. But that for me works exceptionally well. Quite happy, recommend that. Last up, we've got a lemon on lemon here. This is obviously Fever Tree's lemon tonic, Sicilian lemon tonic. Lemon on lemon. I've got to guess what's going on here. And as I thought, it's a cracking drink, lovely drink. You don't get the taste of the gin. For me, probably it might as well be vodka in there. I'm kicking myself. I should have prepped up with the 1783 ginger. I think that would have been a better one than the lemon. Nothing wrong with it as a drink, but you're not getting the lemon gin coming through with the lemon tonic there. You're just getting lemon, which I can taste from the tonic. I'm really scientific with my explanations, aren't I? I don't care. I'm not a purist. I've got my own unique lingo going on. I understand what I'm talking about. I know quite a few of you understand what I'm going on about. Who cares? So, which one's won? Oh, do you know what? As I get on, do more and more of these, I'm really struggling to pick out a winner because they all work really well. To recap, what I would say, traditionalists. You traditionalists that like to taste your gin without it overpowering the tonic water. Schweppes 1783. That's what I'd recommend. For those of you that like a little bit of flavour going on, but not too much, I think Fever Tree works very well as well. That's a really good one. I can't split that between those two, to be honest. Franklin's and Sons and Fever Tree. So if you want, I think the sugar, and these are not massive sugar drinks, but I think the slight sugar in those really kind of brings the lemon out more. So Clean and Crisp Gin and Tonic 1783, nice kind of fruity gin and tonic without it being fruity, Franklin's and Sons of Fever Tree. On this side of the fence, I don't know actually. Definitely the ginger. Definitely ginger. Lemon and ginger. All day long. That's really, really nice. It's a different quirky taste, but maybe the pink grapefruit and bergamot. It's going to be... I'm thinking of gin bars, what I'd recommend, what I would personally do. I think there's other better combinations here than recommending that. Which is a shame because it's a really nice drink, but we'll have other better gins definitely. My top ones. Well, top three. We'll do top four. So Schweppes number one for me, 1783. Those two second, equal second. Can't split those. Really nice. It's something different. Ginger ale. Now those tonics you should be able to get quite easily in your supermarkets, but I will drop links in the show notes, in the write-up, in the comments of where to get them if you can't. So let me know if you enjoyed that. Give me a thumbs up, give me a happy face, give me, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, again give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you enjoyed. Have you tried it? Have you got hold of it? I will be featuring the other gins from Malfy soon. They've got a grapefruit one and a blood orange, I think it is, or an orange flavoured one. So we'll see about those. That's been me, Steve the Barman. If you've watched right to the end, thank you very, very much. If you think any of your friends, family would benefit from this, then please do feel free to share the love. Send them links to this videos. I've been Steve the Barman. I'll catch you next time. I'm not sure when this is going out. This might go out Wednesday. I've forgotten the dates. But I'll see you next time on Sunday.